Hey, what's up everybody? I'm making this video because I've basically become more and more frustrated with Evil Mojo slash hi-rez and what they've been doing with the game, especially in this past year. I mean, this year has been better than last year. Remember when they were updating the game every 3 months and didn't announce it at all? Anyway, I'm gonna make this, or try to make this video sound natural, though it's not going to be because I'm not streaming. You know, I have notes. I had to write notes because there's actually so much stuff that it's hard to even organize it. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. I feel like the updates that we've been getting haven't had meaningful content all year long. I mean, you had the Stonekeep rework, I'll give you that. But other than that, we haven't had any maps since Bazaar. When was that? 2019. We haven't really had new talents. The loadout cards, they always just stay the same. On the new champions specifically, often the loadout cards are very, very pointless with like 0.5 second cooldown and 50 HP cards almost always being taken. And then, of course, there's the good old item shop, where if you're playing damage or flank, you're basically always buying Cauterize every single game. It's like, why do we always have to buy Cauterize? Why can't we buy Chronos, Nimble, you know, make the game a little bit faster? And I feel like these updates are made mainly for money. I think they make new champions instead of fixing the old champions to make people buy the champions packs. I think that there's multiple now. Like, it's all nuts. Like, you used to get them all, now it costs more. But yeah, what about like poor old Torvald, Moji, Vivian? A lot of characters in this game I feel like have just been forgotten. And yes, we still have tons of bugs. It is better. Sorry. I don't know why I feel nervous recording when but I don't when I'm streaming. I have to just think. Yeah, the latest update, it had a sound bug. And I think it still has a sound bug for weeks and weeks. Granted, they've been decent with bugs now, but it used to be just a complete mess. There's like the Victor ult thing that just stays on the ground. And like I said, with the 3-month updates in 2020, wasn't that the same year that Rogue Company released? So are they actually reinvesting the money that they make in Paladins? Like, I'm not saying reinvest all of it, but some of it? 3-month updates? And I also feel like the game is balanced around casuals currently. Basically, it always has champions like Vora. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically there are hitboxes in this game and there are collision boxes, like when you shoot your weapon. And Vora's is a lot larger with the hitbox than the collision, so you can hit people actually around walls quite a bit. But yeah, that was my little update section. I mean, do we even have to talk about the servers, guys? Everybody knows about these servers. They are poor quality. And the only reason for that I can think of is that they're very cheap. I remember one time at HRX, they even had wristbands for a server company. I looked it up like later on. I don't have the name off the top of my... You can DM me and I'll give it to you probably. But they actually went bankrupt. But the server locations, like, that they only had like certain locations, but they all matched up with what hi-rez had as well. And this basically goes into... I haven't said everything I want to say, not even close, but the overall picture of how I think that they treat the game. And that is with lack of investment financially and a lack of hands-on care. Also, like, even having contact with the developers. They could easily stream on the Paladins game. They could easily upload more videos, interviews, FAQs, questions for the wider audience of YouTube and on Twitch. So I think there was recently a hotfix in the game, like a day or two ago. Often when hi-rez does hotfixes, they don't even include it in the patch notes. I don't know if they ever do, but they do often change things from PTS, the public test server, to the live server. And while we're talking about update notes, Evil Mojo used to give the AOC credit. Like, it would say AOC next to it. I don't know if you guys read the patch notes. But basically, that's how you would know that it's from the AOC. And it's become a huge problem these days where people don't think that the AOC does anything because there is no communication. My girlfriend used to be on the AOC and she would make videos. And sometimes people would even ask, like, why are you promoting your Discord or Twitter or whatever at the bottom of the thing? Like, they think that this is an official document. It is not. It is one person just doing it, like spending their free time. This isn't a job. This is my whole communications section, by the way. So let's talk about reports a little bit. They take a long time. Like, you guys know when someone's cheating in a game or someone's really trolling, like just standing in spawn, just standing on the map. It feels like it takes forever for those people to get banned. And I mean, that's with the obvious cheats. That's with the obvious aimbot. If people were to actually just use like wall hacks in the game, how would anyone ever know? Unless you made a video and literally did all the work. Do you think that they're going to watch a full record or anything? They might not even watch any video. So yeah, the cheaters are a big problem. It takes forever to get done. 1 second. Oh, and we don't have replays in casual at all. I don't know how it works for replays, like slash replay, the number of a match. I know my ranked games get recorded, but a lot of people, like, you don't even have records in casual. How are you even supposed to prove it? Anyway, since we're still on the communications tab, like I said before, when the game went to 3-month patch cycles, they never announced it. It seems like they only tell us stuff when there's good news. Like, who knows all the stuff going on in the background? I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a huge lack of communication, and that most people, even including me, even people they like really involved in the community that watch Twitch every day. Anyway, continuing on communications, I was actually one of the people that got banned for things I did on my stream. Basically things that weren't in the game. Just talking crap on your stream. I've heard of people recently even, you talk crap on Twitter, they can ban you in the game. So I wouldn't use the same name on Twitter then, if you're going to do that. And finally, yeah, they don't stream the game. I don't see any of them actively playing the game. I mean, there's Feisty Jalapeno. I see him sometimes, but it feels like they aren't really involved in playing their own game. From what I've seen in the last 5 years, I've been here almost since the entire beginning. So since we were talking about Twitch, let's talk about the Twitch drops. So as a streamer, you know, YouTube streamer and Twitch streamer, I depend a lot on Twitch to get new people into my audience. And what's happened now with the drops, I don't know if you guys follow Twitch, but basically it's just turned into AFKs everywhere. I'll even give you some notes. The main channel before the drops, they averaged 142 viewers in June of 2021. Now they average 727, and that's gone down in like the last 4 months. You can check this on Twitch Tracker on the Paladins game channel. The numbers are very inflated. People are just 24/7 streaming because why not? They make ad revenue. I believe now you can even schedule ads on Twitch to farm money from AFK people and abuse the drop system. This is also against the Twitch terms of service. This became an issue with the launch of Valorant, and everyone complained. It wasn't even in the terms of service at the time, and Twitch made a rule against abusing drop systems in these 24/7 streams. So anyway, my girlfriend was on the AOC on the time, and I complained to her, and then she told me that she complained to the devs. This was months ago. To this day, no action has been taken by Evil Mojo to remove their drops. We are currently contacting Twitch trying to get something done, but right now, if you're an actual streamer in Paladins, you know, if you're below 100 viewers, it's a lot harder than it used to be to even get new followers and new faces in. It all goes into the large picture of how much does hi-rez really care if they don't even enforce their own rules, the rules of the platforms. And the drops are also kind of a joke. It requires so many points. I think I have 10,000 bounty points. I've still been playing the entire time. Not every day, but I can't even buy one skin, man. The only way to get anything is just to farm it 24/7. Well, actually, they have limits on it, but you know what I mean. So, appreciation. I am grateful to my community. I wouldn't even be doing this anymore. Like, I still enjoy Paladins, but I wouldn't still be able to play Paladins if it wasn't for my community. I have zero support from hi-rez. They don't appreciate me. They don't really care. I've been playing the game 5 years. Used to be Paladins game streamer, pro player, AOC member, and basically one of the largest streamers, if not the largest, for the majority of that time. And I got banned. You get banned for talking crap on your stream. It's hard to take this game seriously when they don't take the game seriously. And I'm supposed to be an entertainer. I don't mean every single little thing I say. Most of the time I'm joking around and acting silly for entertainment. Some people get mad about that. And I do admit I took it too far that one time. But I've made them money. I've made Evil Mojo / hi-rez money for the last 5 years by getting to people to play their game. And of course, I've made some myself, you know. I'm not doing it for nothing, but if I wanted to make money, I would not be playing Paladins. If that was my main focus, I still do enjoy the game. So let's talk about matchmaking. It seems to be random. It seems to force wins and losses, but if you actually look at your win rates, like your ranked win rate, it's probably about 50%. 50, 60 60 if you're really good. 40 if maybe you're really unlucky. But it kind of makes it feel like we're all winners. Granted, there's those situations where if you picked a better champion, you might have won the match. But then sometimes you pick a strong champion and the match is just a joke. And currently I try to play more for fun. I try to have a mix of like meta and fun. And everyone just seems to be mixed together. I remember playing against Rock Monkey once. This is it's probably 2 years ago at this point. Jag Falls Ruckus, remember like it was yesterday. I believe the guy was like level 15. Like this, he was in his, what's it called? You know what, when it's like your first 10 ranked games, you're unranked or whatever. He did so poorly that he actually apologized, but it wasn't his fault. Rock Monkey is a world champion of Paladins from HRX. A couple things I would have loved to see in the game as far as matchmaking is crossplay and ranked. I believe that Paladins is not a game that revolves mainly around your aim. I think it's mainly game sense and positioning, playing smart, using your ults, even talking a little bit, even coordinating and helping out your team. Aiming? I mean, if you're on the sticks, just play some hit scan. You'll do fine. I'm sure that there are top console players, not even tippy top, I mean like diamonds on console. They almost certainly beat gold players on PC. Honestly, that's just, I have no proof or whatever, that's just what I believe. But yeah, I think that there should be crossplay and ranked with a good algorithm, with fair chances of winning. And I would love to be able to queue multiple regions. Often, you know, as a streamer, I feel like I need to entertain people in queue. And that's really hard when you're in queue for 10 minutes. What are you supposed to say? And then people just leave, you know? I'm actually started playing other video games because the queues are so long. So anyway, let's talk about esports now. hi-rez is seemingly completely abandoned the esports. Like we had, you know, Facebook, Mixer, exclusive contracts. Obviously, exclusive contracts means a lot of money. You know, the people can get salaried, the people can live in another country. I get that. I get that that came to an end for whatever reason. Probably Mixer went down months later or whatever it was. But we had a little esports scene, and it was kind of a joke. But it was cool to at least have it. I'm sure the community appreciated it. Like, we used to watch, and you would learn, like, builds, and you would see spots, and the casters would talk. It was engaging. It kind of made you want to, like, compete one day, or be like, damn, I want to be as good as they are. Now, we don't have any of that. I think we had it for a year after the Pro League died. I think it was 2020. That there was somewhat of a scene with some money. You know, what was it, 20, 50K, whatever it was. Enough to try a little bit. I remember, because we were in the pandemic, there was, I think it was HRX, like it was this worldwide tournament that's, you know, usually supposed to be a LAN. Because it was, they couldn't do a LAN because of the pandemic. They paid everyone equally. Do you guys remember this tournament? If you've been around for a long time, you might know what I'm talking about. But we had literally joke comps. We had, this was back when Cauterize was 75%, I believe. We had like full support comps. Just silliness, because who cares if we all get paid the same? And this is just like matchmaking, what I said about we're all winners. If we all win only 50% of the time, and we can't change that. And I'm not really going to say much at all about the skins, but obviously they are over-sexualized. I don't know the exact age requirement to play Paladins, but I think it's 13. This is pretty extreme for a 13-year-old. If I was a parent, I wouldn't really want my 13-year-old looking at this stuff. I'm not even going to go into detail, but I'm sure you all know what I mean already. So this video was basically my main points. Obviously, there are so many other little points, but it's like, does it even matter? Like, I just wanted to get my point across, where a lot of times people come into my stream and they'll ask me, do you have the battle pass? Do you have this skin? Do you have this voice pack? And I'll be like, no, I don't. I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to support them personally. They don't support me anymore. We also have ads in game. And I believe that they only mostly care about money. Like, that is their main focus. Low effort, high money. If you look at a game like Fortnite, for instance, they charge a premium price. You know, what is it? $10 in V-Bucks, roughly, if you're from the US. But you get premium skins. You have, I can't even, like, they have Boba Fett, so many animes, so many movies, superhero skins. Like, it's crazy. You get a lot, and if you complete it, I don't know if it's still this way in Fortnite, but back in the day, if you completed the battle pass, you would get all your V-Bucks back and a little more to buy the next one. I think that we get new champions mainly because it generates money. That's why fix an old one when you could just make a new one? We have maps like ice mines that were literally, I don't know if you guys have seen the old game. It used to be 3 points. I played back then. They cut ice mines out, added a tiny bit, and called it a map. And that was, I guess, acceptable back then. They needed new maps. They wanted to make the maps smaller. But I think it's very poor quality map. Why is it still in the game? Like, I understand why they wouldn't even go through the trouble of retexturing the map or whatever, like Stonekeep, because Stonekeep is actually a good map. So is Jag Falls. People enjoy that map. If you aren't proud of your product, why is it even in the game? I want to give you guys an example. Sorry, I'm not looking at the cam. I do have to read, obviously. Me and Parallax, my girlfriend, went ice skating with some friends recently, and we had a good time. But the first thing I noticed when I got there was that the bathroom was dirty. And it just, you can just kind of tell a lot about a business when the bathroom's dirty, can't you? Like when you go into a restaurant, anywhere really, kind of shows how much they care. And they charged a premium price. It was 14 pounds, 20 US dollars to get in. The skates were crappy. The ice was pretty crappy. Then, like, skates wouldn't even go into the ice all the way. Like, it's slippy. And I could skate, and I made it work. And there was just kind of crap everywhere outside the rink. You know, like they have the stands for the games. But not to go on and on about the ice rink. We still had fun in it. But you could tell that they take the money, right, this ice skating rink, and they don't reinvest it into their business. And that is exactly how I feel about Paladins. They will do it a little bit. I don't know if you guys remember when the game went to Epic Games. hi-rez paid streamers, Fortnite streamers specifically, because obviously people that watch those streamers play Fortnite and they have Epic downloaded. I believe it was Dr. Lupo and Courage. I don't know if that's exact or if it was others as well. But yeah, they paid them. They did a little investment, but it was to people who didn't even know how to play the game. Like, they played it for what, an hour? 2? They played Koga and ha ha ha, this is cool. Obviously, like, if you're getting paid a bunch of money, you aren't really going to give your real opinion on something. Also, while we're talking about Fortnite, they actually give skins to content creators, like early access to skins, right? So they get to show them off. They get cool perks a little bit to content creators. I know that you can use people get epic codes if they're a content creator to make 5% on skins. I've always actually wanted this on Paladins. This isn't even in my notes. I've always wanted this. And it's like, yeah, if people play Paladins on Epic Games, they can use your code. No one's going to do that. Most people on Paladins obviously use Steam, and the entire console scene isn't going to do that. The only way to actually help content creators financially is to do what Fortnite does and have a little spot where you can insert the code, like when you're buying the crystals in the game. Just type in Z1. Oh, 5% of revenue would go to whoever, right? It's never going to happen. They don't care. They won't help us. They'll be like, oh, you have drops now. The drops don't even help us, dude. It actually made it worse. I am under, like on Twitch, I am under the 24/7 AFK streamers. There was actually a guy nominated for the Crystal Awards. Like, obviously hi-rez can pick who even makes it through, who's even able to be voted for after, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at the Crystal Awards page, a guy literally 24/7 AFK streams, abuses his system. He's allowed on it. We reported this person months ago. They did nothing, and they continue to do nothing about it. Continuing the conclusion, it's sad to say, but the game is actually dying. I know that we have, if you look up the Steam charts for Paladins, I'm going to bring it up right now in the background, 6,979 people. It's the lowest it's ever been. And I think it's going to continue to drop. At the start of this year in January, we had 10,000 people playing the game. We've lost 30% of those. I think the devs will continue to do the same kind of updates. They will not make new maps. They will not make new talents, change a lot of loadout cards, really look into the balance. Everything seems like it's for the casual, it's for minimal effort, and it's for maximum profit. And I'm going to still continue to play this game for now because I have a great community and I enjoy it. It's easy. I like to just have some beers, joke around, and play Paladins. But sometime it's like, someday I'm going to have to call the quits in this game and stop messing around with a dying game. But I do appreciate everyone who supports me, and even if you don't financially support me, if you just watch my stuff and then you enjoy it. Because I feel like a lot of people now, they won't give their honest opinion. And if you say the honest opinion, if it's negative, they just think of you as the bad guy. I'm the bad guy to a lot of people. I'm the guy who says shit that other people doesn't say. But also, I like to be lighthearted most of the time. That's why I haven't made a video like this. What, 2 years? So anyway, feel free to have discussions in the comments. Keep it civil. I'm not going to drag it on any longer. And I hope you all have a good day. And stop by my stream. We're still going to be having fun while we can in this game. And maybe I'll play some other games. Alright, everybody. See you later.